Have you ever felt that whatever you do to achieve your goals, something is just pulling you back and holding you back from actually achieving them? Now, today's topic that I want to talk about is why you're stuck. And I see myself in this position a lot. I was just reading about it earlier. The reason you're stuck is not because you're ungrateful, but it's a lack of gratefulness that you don't realize what you have now. Now, in this case, I could say, let's say you're trying to do a new business venture, right? You're working constantly, you're in school, whatever. I'm going to just give my example. You're in school, you're working constantly, and you see that whatever you do, you're not getting as much return as you put in the effort for it. And I know it could be draining. I know it could be a letdown. But the thing is, the more input you put in, the harder it is you get out. See, being stuck is like quicksand. The more you try to move, the harder it is to get out. So by you trying to make everything perfect and letting your anxiety take over, the thing is, life just doesn't work that way. Now there are there are a couple steps you can take, but I narrowed it down to three. Oh, sorry. I narrowed it down to 3 steps. The first step is always be grateful for what you have. You could be starving, thirsty. You could have no technology, no AC. And trust me, there's people that live like this perfectly fine. You have it all. You have their dream life. And yet, you don't know that. Think about that. You have access to watch this video. You have internet connection to watch this video. Think about that. Now, some people say, yeah, I'm grateful, but it seems like every time that I do this, do that, just give in. Surrender to the process. Because life is one process of events. Life is a bunched up experience. Life is this, life is that. There's so many definitions that you can give, but if you just give up and give in, surrender yourself to life, whatever happens, happens. You know? And if you apply this principle, already hands down, you already got it. Which leads me to my second step, which is, I would say journal, but not all people do that. So track it down. Whenever you feel a certain way, track it down. What you think, how you feel, what emotions you felt, anything. Study yourself. Because once you study yourself, you get to find patterns in how you react, how your subconscious mind reacts to certain things, you know? And you have to be conscious about it, of course. But by you journaling it down and writing it down, tracking it down, you start to gain this sense of consciousness and awareness. Okay, I'm heading back into the cycle. Maybe I could get out, but what should I do? The thing is, you're already there. Whatever you can believe, you can achieve. And I mentioned that in my last video. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. But if you track it down and you show gratefulness, then you already have it. You already have the things that you want. You know, whether it's a fast car, just look at your car. Look at your car. If you don't have a car, look at your legs. You know, look at your bike. Whatever it could be. Be grateful for what you have. Because not all people have what you have. Not all people have legs. Not all people have cars. Not all people have internet. And if you just write it down, what you're grateful for, how you think, how you act, how you feel, then you will start to be conscious about it. And my third step is giving completely, because whatever happens happens, and you need to detach yourself from what is happening, because what is happening now is a byproduct of what you want later. It's all a process, right? And it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, of course. But that's the thing. You have time. You always have time. If you don't have money, okay, you have time. You always have time for yourself. So don't spend your time doom scrolling. Don't spend your time watching Netflix. Spend your time rather studying yourself. Meditation is good. What else? Going on walks, exercising, nature. Anything nature related is good for you. Exercising, very good for you. Go on a nature walk. Enjoy yourself and reflect. But in your reflections, be in depth of what you are studying or what you are looking at. If you're looking at your thought patterns, be in depth. How were you thinking? What were you thinking about? How can you change that thinking pattern? And so on. I'll give you guys a story before I end the video. But last year, I think it was last year, a couple months ago. Last year, I felt myself in this slump of just negative attitude. I don't want to go to school. I'm tired of school. I'm tired of life itself. I don't have anybody. And that's the thing. You always have somebody, whether it's your parents, whether it's your brother, whether it's yourself. You have someone. You just weren't conscious enough. I just wasn't conscious enough to realize what I have. And still, there's times where I'm not conscious enough, because I'm not perfect. But I'm working to be conscious about these things and not get into this feeling of being stuck. Because it happens. It happens. Anxiety is a form. Depression is a form of being stuck. What else? There's a lot of negative things that can harm you. But if you turn these negatives into a positive, just by changing what you do, changing how you think. How hard is that? It's not rocket science. It's not calculus. It's two little things: changing what you do and how you think. Simple. Anyways, if you watched this far, thank you for watching. If you like my content, I have more videos on different topics. I just yap, man. So, yeah. If you like my content, please watch my other videos. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like, but it will be appreciated. And yeah, have a good one.